Shepherd's Hope, a fresh sheep's milk cheese. Wait.
Welcome to Cheese Church, where I preach about a cheese and tell you how to pair her. Today we worship Shepherd's Hope, a fresh sheep's milk cheese from Shepherd's.
What the fuck is this channel name? What? Can you imagine liking cheese this much? What the? Cheese, sex, death. Are you okay?
Way Farm in Minnesota. This cheese is so fresh. 1 week ago, she was literally liquid milk. The texture is delicate and jiggly like Jell-O, but she melts into silk once she hits your palate. Right now, it's the beginning of lambing season, which means the mama sheep are giving birth to their babies and starting to produce milk. These early batches of milk make for particularly delicious cheese, with notes of fresh grass and citrus with a lingering tang that pairs very well with beet relish.
This is outside of my sphere.
We served that combo at my sheep's milk class with Beautiful Run last weekend.
Your what? Your sheep's milk class?
And people were crazy for it. Today I'm pairing her with pea shoots and a light mustard vinaigrette, the cutest little pickled beets, oranges, black pepper, and flaky salt. Shepherd's Hope can be tricky to find, so I recommend asking your local cheese shop if they can order it for you. Let me know how you—
There's cheese shops? Not a creamery, but an entire cheese shop? Daily basis, thank you. 3 words. I never thought I'd see together. Yeah. Brand new sentences. What the Pisces? Oh my god, chat, what's your cheese zodiac? Oh my god. Miley OC, thank you. To court a woman, give her cheese. Women love cheese, apparently. What the fuck? I forget what I am. Am I this?
Welcome back. Welcome to Cheese Church, where I preach about a cheese and tell you how to pair her. Welcome back to the astrology series, where I make a
Welcome
back to the astrology series,
there we
where I
go.
make a cheese plate based on the current zodiac sign.
Dying.
Today we're working with Pisces, the immutable water sign ruled by Neptune and symbolized by 2 fish bound together yet swimming in opposite directions. Pisces are the dreamers and poets of the zodiac. They're romantics with kind hearts and an innate ability to nurture. Their energy has a
Chat, I don't think this one was me.
tendency to flow everywhere, which often leaves them drained. While their compassion is their biggest asset, it also makes them prone to martyrdom, indecision, and gullibility. I'm representing them with Meredith Dairy marinated sheep and goat cheese. Soft, creamy little pillows swimming in flavored oil, drowning like a Pisces in their own feelings. I'm pairing her with bocarones for the fish element and anchovy stuffed olives for a little extra oceanic brine. We also have some papyrus peppers, crisp fennel.
Okay, first of all, this looks fucking disgusting. Second of all, what? Hands up in chat if you're a Shepherd's Hope cheese. What?
We have all that flavorful oil, lemon to cut the richness, and figs to represent their sweet dispositions. Let me know if
This is something that would cost $27 at one of those upscale cafes that you accidentally wander into when you're in an unfamiliar city and you really just want to sit down and use their restroom and you don't actually want to order anything, but you're a little bit peckish and this sounded good. It's like a little cheese plate. How could you go wrong with a cheese plate? Cheese plate is so simple. And then you fucking get this and you're like, oh shit, wait, that was $27, not $7. It was $27 and I just got all of this shit on my plate, which is like 1/10 cheese. And McDonald, thank you. Love sheep. Woman proceeds to talk about sheep milk all stream.
plate represents the Pisces in your life. Jesus bless. Welcome back.
Jesus bless.
Welcome back to the astrology series, where I make a cheese plate based on the current zodiac sign. Today we're working with Aquarius, the fixed air sign symbolized by the
Why the conspiracy music?
water bearer and ruled by Saturn. Aquarians are the intellectuals of the zodiac.
This one's me. Chat, this one's me. I wonder what cheese I am.
Visionaries with a coolness that often verges on cold. They don't mean to be aloof, they're just a little detached from their hearts because they have so much thinking to do. They know the truth is out there.
I'm just thinking non-stop.
And when they find it, they'll tell you. These brainiacs need a cheese with a wrinkled cerebral
God, I hate
rind, so I'm
captions.
representing them with Latour, a cupcake-shaped Italian cheese made with 3 different milk types: grassy goat, buttery cow, and nutty sheep.
This looks like something that I would buy thinking it's like a slice of cheesecake. I would think it's a delightful cupcake, some exotic specialty cheesecake, maybe like a cookie, like an oversized cookie, and I would open it up and then I would just be sad.
I'm pairing her with black sesame biscuits, honey yuzu preserves, and these dried Asian pears that look like flying saucers, which matches their galactic vibe.
What did she just put the yuzu in?
We have watermelon radish and wasabi peas on the savory side, and I'm garnishing with a little mint. Let me know if this little plate represents the Aquarius
You know what? This one doesn't look that bad.
in your life. Jesus bless. Welcome back to the
Jesus
to the
bless.
astrology series. Where
I'm hypnotized. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. I love it. Personally, I love cheese with a galactic vibe. Yeah, that's what I'm always dreaming about.
I make a cheese plate based on the current zodiac
Moon
sign.
cheese.
Today we're working with Capricorn, the cardinal earth sign ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundaries. Caps are
Wow.
pragmatic, high achievers who know that success can take time. They do not want to be rushed. And
Jesus
if you cross the
bless.
line, they can be very mean and critical. I
Oh,
respect
this
it,
one's
though. They
mean.
mean business. Capricorn's symbol is the sea goat, so I'm representing them with Pantaleo, a salty, sweet, aged goat's milk
That sounds like a JoJo character. Pantaleo.
cheese from Sardinia. Since Capricorns love to make money and spend it, I'm pairing her with lots of luxuries. Basil pesto, which is associated with wealth, a little truffle honeycomb,
Who's eating orange slices with cheese?
22-month prosciutto, Marcona almonds, Cara oranges, dates, and these little marzipan snowflakes. Let me know if this little plate
Is that a thing? Psychos? Maniacs? Rich people? Elegant people? Capricorn need capsaicin? Who's eating like that? I don't know.
represents the cap in your life. Jesus bless.
I'm telling you, overpriced tiny cafe that you wandered into because you wanted to use the restroom and you ordered the cheese plate and it's this.
Yes. Welcome back to the astrology series where I make a cheese plate based on the current zodiac
Was
sign.
that a
Today
waffle?
we're working with Sagittarius.
Was that a fucking waffle?
The mutable fire sign ruled by Jupiter, the planet of plenty. Represented by a centaur with a bow and arrow, Sagittarians are truth seekers known for their wanderlust and optimism, but they can also be impatient and rash. I'm representing them with their titular cheese, Sagittarius from Shooting Star, a Gouda style made with cow and sheep's milk that tastes of butter and berries with a hint of olives. Sag loves traveling and lots of variety, so I'm pairing her with accompaniments from around the world. Spicy guava marmalade from Mexico, Italian pizzelle flavored with Jupiter.
What is that? Yes. Cheese pairs with so much you don't know cheese. I don't know cheese. I'm discovering a whole new world.
Rolled anise, black currant marshmallows from Latvia, Greek olives, and California almonds. I'm also finishing with sage, which is associated with Sagittarius. Let me know
Anybody who eats olives is stupid.
if this plate represents the Sag in your life. Jesus bless.
Olives are the sad rubbery pieces that you have to pick off of your pizza. Nobody actually likes olives. Only sad alcoholics in their 50s like olives, and it's because they come free with their drink.
Welcome back to the astrology series where I make a cheese plate based on the current zodiac sign. Today we're working with Scorpio, the mysterious and alluring fixed
What
water
is
sign
that
ruled by
it's-
both Mars and
Oh my god, this is like the cheesiest cheese. This doesn't look real. Is this food dye?
Pluto.
Olives are great. Bad news. You're stupid
Scorpios
and you're
can be
old.
secretive, icy,
You're old and
hard
you're
to read, but
stupid.
they're also discerning, deeply sensitive, and fiercely passionate. They often get the villain edit though because a lot of people can't handle their intense vibe. I'm representing these
God.
scorpions with Mimolette, obviously, because her might ripened rind is scary looking, but underneath she can be quite sweet. I'm pairing her with spooky accompaniments.
These animal crackers. Pippa, you just have a child palate? You know what? I think that's called liking good food. I think that's called I never bothered to make my palate be pretentious and expensive, so I'm happy with a meal that costs under $10, okay? You motherfuckers, you cooked yourselves, you played yourselves, you're fools. You are complete fools. Like sheep, you decided to try and follow the herd, and you said, I want to like stuff like olives, which are obviously not meant to actually be enjoyed. And now you eat disgusting food and you pay a lot of money for it.
Ghost-shaped shortbread cookies, dried figs, which remind me of shrunken heads,
Olives are cheap, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're a rich person's garnish.
spiced apple butter, and pumpkin seeds. Let me know if this spooky little plate represents a Scorpio in your life. Jesus bless. Welcome.
Scorpio, it says, oh wait, there we go. Is that a real thing? You Pippa, I can eat dry pasta. I'm not refined.
Welcome back to the astrology series where I make it.
That sounds like a Kay's cooking dish, like putting olives on dried pasta and then maybe like microwaving it in a bowl of water.
Cheese plate based on the current zodiac sign. Today we're working with Libra, the highly artistic, fashionable air sign ruled by Venus, the planet
my
of beauty and
God.
love. Represented by the scale,
Wow.
Libras always strive for balance, especially when it comes to relationships.
How did this get decided? How did it get decided that Venus is the planet of beauty and love? Kinda flying high.
They're easygoing, diplomatic peacemakers that constantly weigh the feelings and needs of others. However, they're often
Venice.
impeded by their constant search for validation and
Is this mold?
tendency to people please. I'm representing the cardinal air sign with Red Rock from Rolly Cheese House, a gorgeous cheese that balances tangy cheddar with bold streaks of blue and a beautiful.
Okay, does she have any other content? My brain is melting. Makeshifty, thank you for the prime. Kratos loves olives. Well, Kratos is a fictional character, all right? Try as you might, he'll never be your real dad. So you don't have to force yourself to like olives. You can live in the real world where we acknowledge that olives taste like shit. Olives are only sold as a filler ingredient. Are Brie and Camembert going extinct? My take on the cheese crisis? What?
You've probably seen the articles out there that are suggesting that these cheeses are endangered because the primary
What?
mold used to create them, Penicillium camemberti, is becoming harder and harder to reproduce.
Did you guys know about this? Did you know cheese is going extinct? Nuclear helper thinking, what about olives on pizza though? Nasty.
So here's how we got here. Once upon a time, when brie and camembert were originally created, they had a very diverse microbial profile. But eventually, scientists figured out what was specific mold that was creating that downy rind and all of the attributes that people
The
were
what? The downy rind? What? That sounds like a playground insult. What? Background noise, thank you. I always add olives when I can. Well, you're
responding to
stupid.
and loved about those cheeses. They standardized that mold and genetically modified it and created Penicillium camemberti from the wild mold, which was Penicillium biform. The thing is, you would never find Penicillium camemberti in the wild, kind of like how you'd never find a French bulldog in the wild. So we're left in a situation that's very similar to the situation we have with bananas. I'm sure you've heard.
Are the bananas endangered? Am I out of touch? I like Walker, thank you. Tony Ryan put me on the spectrum.
Once upon a time, we had a ton of different types of bananas, but eventually we genetically modified them to create one type of banana. And the problem with that is, while those are delicious, if a disease comes and wipes out those bananas, we're not going to have any bananas, and they're not resistant to the different changes that can be happening in the climate. But don't.
I think Elon Musk could invent bananas again.
All right, guys, there is hope. While Penicillium camemberti is endangered, her grandmother, Penicillium biform, is still alive and well and in.
Monsanto would be on that shit, all right? Monsanto would swoop in and they'd be like, guess what? We made banana 2 and it tastes even better than the last one. Listen, no thank you. Olive and pineapple are perfect for pizza.
Wild and able to make cheese. But those cheeses are not gonna look like that downy white standardized brie that you find at the grocery store. So what you can do is be open to different.
Chat, what does downy mean in the context of cheese? I have to know. A pickled cucumber, thank you. I can't believe my favorite Wabbit's taste buds are broken. Olive supremacy. Nah, man. Zachary, thank you. The banana blight was a century ago, Pippa. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a vampire that stuck around long enough to see the banana blight and then decided to become a streamer, all right? I don't know about the fucking banana blight.
Different cheeses. Maybe they're gonna be a little bit funky, or maybe the flavors and the smells are gonna be a little bit different. But
There's a shit ton of varieties of bananas in Southeast Asia. There's a new banana blight. They're making a new banana blight.
amazing cheeses. So all I'm saying is keep an open mind and don't panic, because Jesus is not going anywhere. She's not abandoning us. You're gonna be okay.
Jesus is a woman? Christopher Reese, thank you for the 5 GPPs.
If you want to learn more about this crisis, I highly recommend this article by Josh Windsor. He's an amazing
And we're gonna get Banana 2 before GTA 6. Kenny Coda, thank you. Finally, I can contribute a random fact. In 2024, almost $400,000 of cheese was stolen in the UK during the Great Cheese Heist.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.